In 1980, roughly, I guess 31 years ago, Lena Melkonian of Visit Armenia, it's beautiful, and I went to Armenia. It was a very different time then. We were Alex Filippo students, and we went with our 9th graders at that time. Only a few of us went, so it was an experience that these students will not experience because it was under a different regime. But Lena couldn't be here tonight, and she sent a message for me to read to the students and to the parents. So with your permission, I'd like to read that to you. And keep in mind that when you do visit Armenia, we hope, Lena and I hope that you guys have the best time ever like we did back in 9th grade, because you're under a different time, so you will have a good time. Visit Armenia. It is beautiful. What does this statement really mean? A complete and thorough interpretation will yield the same result as the plain meaning of these simple words. That is, we should visit Armenia because it is beautiful. Or stated differently, since Armenia is beautiful, we should visit it. Either way, the message is direct and clear. On further thought, it is apparent that implied in this statement is also an invitation that is not limited only to Armenians. Just as there are no limitations in the statement, there are no limitations in Armenia. It is a destination full of all kinds of sights, activities, and memorable and satisfying experiences that can be enjoyed by anyone, whether it is to visit ancient churches, capture a glimpse of Mount Ararat, breathe in the crisp air at Sevan-Alich, run through the fields of gagach flowers, picnic at the edge of Vorotan River, go hiking in Zavgatsor, stroll through the streets of ancient Yerevan in the moonlight, or join in the various projects aimed at strengthening the country or restoring villages. Armenia is a place with no limitations. Yet there is a more special and profound meaning that we as Armenians interpret and understand in these words. We visualize our mother Armenia extending her arms open, awaiting our arrival. We hear her calls to us, sometimes loud and sometimes in whispers. Whether it be sooner or later, we hear Armenia calling from thousands of miles away, demanding our attention. We hear it in our hearts and souls. We know that we must return. Even if it is a first journey, as it will be for most of you, it is still a return to our roots, our ancestors, the cradle of our existence, identity, and spirit. I applaud each and every contestant of the Visit Armenia It Is Beautiful essay contest. Though I was unable to actively participate this year as a judge, and unfortunately could not attend this evening's ceremony, I congratulate each of you for your participation. This is the first step of your journey to return. I believe that you must have heard the calls, you must have seen the arms, and that you are ready to return. According to legend, the Datev monastery, situated high on top of Datev village in the Sunnic province of southern Armenia, named after Eustatus, a disciple of Saint Thaddeus the Apostle, who preached and was martyred in this region, tells us that an apprentice of the construction of the main church had secretly climbed to the top of the steeple to place a cross of his own design. As he was at the top, his master discovered him there and startled him. He lost his footing and fell into the abyss, calling upon God to grant him wings. Astvats, Torda Tev, hence Datev. Astvats mezi dvaze tev. It is in our hearts. All we need to do is follow our hearts. All we need to do is visit Armenia. The rest Armenia will do for us. That's from Lena.